When we see people advertise 1% commission, first of all, it's not really totally accurate because they're only talking about what they're going to take themselves. So they still have to pay another realtor 2.5%, so it then becomes 3.5%.
Oh.
So right off the bat, it's not really 1%, it's 1% to them, but still 2.5% to another agent who sells it, so it becomes 3.5%. A lot of times when the market's very strong, you'll see a lot of what we call discount brokers come into the marketplace.
Yeah.
They can't really survive in the long run because at 1% margins, if you're to effectively promote the property, it's not going to be sufficient. We know how much we spend on marketing dollars, and it's okay if somebody just wants to put a for sale sign and hope somebody else sells it and they have no cost attached to it. They can maybe do it for a lower amount, but usually those kind of realtors, they don't believe in their value, so they're doing it for a lower fee structure because that's the only way they can compete. But if you want somebody who's really going to give you a strong marketing campaign, usually there's a cost attached to that. And even with our organization, we try to be very flexible and fair with the fee structure, and we have different plans, almost like a menu, where depending on how much advertising they do or don't want, we charge them a certain set fee, right? So we try and always be fair, but people should always be aware of somebody, if it's too good to be true, usually it is, and usually that representation is not very good representation. And we get calls quite often from people who've had an unsuccessful experience where they thought maybe they could pay a lower fee and they'd reap the benefits, and they only became very discouraged and then said, you know what, we want really now the pros to take it over and sell our place. So it's always, you always have to be careful because sometimes there's misleading information that people might be gullible to.